What up? What up? What up? What's going on? Somebody say the nerve of these niggas. What up? Dom Game Division, man. Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I mean? I just came to chop it up for a second, man. You know, people gonna make me come out of retirement, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been chilling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to master this business thing, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of effery going on in the streets, man. The internet is wild, man. What's going on, man? You know, people need to let Tupac die, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, nobody really cared who killed Tupac. Everybody know who killed Tupac. That's like the latest thing. Um, I don't know why everybody talking about it. Jada Pinkett trying to keep Tupac name alive. I'm like, let Tupac live. I mean, die, man. Let him die in peace. Pac ain't been around in 25 years, man. It's kind of corny, but everybody was with Tupac the night he got murdered. If y'all watch these interviews, everybody talked to Pac on the phone 10 minutes before he died. They ain't even really had cell phones like that back in 1996. Um, it's just kind of corny, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just really lying. Pac ain't even really messed with a lot of these dudes like that for real, man. It was Jada. Jada Pinkett out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? Man, Hollywood, dog. Yo, what y'all want me to say, man? Hollywood, man. Hollywood, um, it turn you out, man. Jada Pinkett done got to Hollywood and forgot where she from, forgot who she is. You know what I'm saying? I kind of figured her and Will ain't been together in a while. You know what I'm saying? I kind of figured that. You know, I didn't know for certain, but I kind of figured that her and Will, they wasn't really rocking with each other like that. You know what I mean? They couldn't have been, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So Will Smith probably doing him. You know what I mean? But Jada Pinkett, wow, man. To me, they should just go ahead and just get a divorce. If y'all not gonna be together, you came right on. What up, Kay? And like, that's my thing with Jada Pinkett and Will. You know what I mean? Y'all might as well just get a divorce, man. You know what I'm saying? They kids are weird. That whole situation is kind of weird to me. So Hollywood got a lot of demonic spirits, man. You know what I'm saying? You get out there and you gotta do some things strange for a little piece of change. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So I ain't really too much surprised. Yeah, man. Their whole family is pretty weird. You know what I mean? The Smiths. Will Smith is a different kind of dude, man. One of the things he always struggled with was street cred. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith was always looked at as like the corny rapper. So it didn't really surprise me that he would marry a woman like Jada, especially back then, because she was more like real. You know what I'm saying? At least back then. When they got to Hollywood and started cutting up, you know, Will Smith, man, Jada Pinkett, she's a good-looking woman. As crazy as she is, she's a good-looking woman. Um, but I ain't really got too much to say about, Jada Pinkett, man. She is who she is. Um, so that ain't really too much on my radar, man. It's really old news. I was kind of done after the August Alsina situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now you fucking young niggas now in your own house. You know what I'm saying? Like Jada Wild, man. Somebody need to sit her down and really straighten her out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, because she out here running amok. But what you gonna do, Jones? What y'all want me to say about Jada, man? I'm kind of over this shit. But this Tupac thing really irritates me, though, man. I'm gonna be real. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my irritations online. There's a whole section on YouTube dedicated to Tupac stories. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, it's getting kind of corny. And I like Pac. I wasn't the biggest Tupac fan in the world, but I like Pac, right? But it's like, let that man die in peace. All this distracting us about Hamas and Israel. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, man, I like Pac though. I like Pac. I think Tupac overall had a good message. You know, real talk. I like Pac. I didn't really appreciate his music that much until after he died, though. You know what I'm saying? I was East Coast Wu Tang. I grew up Wu Tang, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. East Coast music, man. So I didn't really rock with the West like that. And it wasn't because they wasn't good. It was just because I was so caught up on like Biggie, Jay-Z, AZ, Nas, like the best rappers ever to me was East Coast rappers. So I didn't need to venture out. You know what I mean? If I'm making any sense. I didn't need to go to the West Coast to get my music. You know what I mean? I didn't need to go to the South to get good music. Everything was on the East Coast for me. So I didn't appreciate Pac until after he, was killed. And then I would go back and listen to it. Like Pac was dope. Pac was nice. He was a character, but Pac was good. And not to say that I don't like West Coast rappers. I love Eazy-E, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? I love these dudes, man. It's a lot of rappers from the South I like. The South has taken over, but just in my heart of hearts, man, I'm East Coast, man. I think Biggie is the greatest rapper that ever touched the microphone. I guess you could say Jay-Z, but in terms of when I was growing up, man, it was Biggie and Nas, and then Jay-Z came on a little bit later. But it was Biggie and Nas going head to head. You know, Wu-Tang as a group, Wu-Tang was up there. Cannabis broke me out of my East Coast hate. Yeah, Cannabis was pretty good. Cannabis had a little run until he ran into LL Cool J. That wasn't good for him. Cannabis had a run. But then once the South took over, the South never let it go. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The South been running this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they never let it go. I guess we can consider Drake a rapper. Drake had a pretty long run, but he don't write his own rhymes. So what you gonna do with that? But the East Coast, man, it was just everything. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the Locks, Beanie Siegel. I'm talking about real East Coast rappers, man. Fab, when Fab came out. Big Pun, Big Al. I can go down the list of dudes, man. Like the East Coasters had it on lock. We're not even gonna talk about Mobb Deep. My first duty station, I was in El Paso, Texas. Every time I would come out the house, I would put on the Mobb Deep CD and just ride around the city. What? Like Prodigy. I'm telling you, man, East Coast, man. So, but shout out to Tupac, man. I don't want to sound like a Tupac hater. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pac. DMX. When DMX came out, it was over. That was really like my Tupac. When DMX came out, I was like, yo, this guy's crazy. We're talking about hardcore dungeon rap, black and white, army fatigues. DMX said, we taking it back to the streets. It was over. Shout out to Axe. I'm a Jersey guy, so Redman. Shout out to Redman. Redman was dope too. Telling you, man, the East Coast, man. East Coast had all the funky rappers, man. But yeah, man. What else is going on in these streets, man? Like, what's really popping in these streets, man? I was born in '99, so Wayne. Yeah, if you was born in the '90s, Lil Wayne would be the best rapper. Lil Wayne is dope. What else is going on in these streets, though, man? What else is popping, man? What else is going on, Jones? DJ Envy. I heard DJ Envy got into a little quagmire. I've been watching. DJ Envy got himself into a little quagmire. A lot of that shit be Ponzi schemes, man. I think I did a live stream a few months ago when I was talking about these online dudes. You gotta be careful, man, because they start to use their influence, um, to start to get people to buy into these little Ponzi schemes they running, man. This shit deep, dog. They talking about 20 million, 40 million. I don't know. But anytime you got people giving you 200,000, 300,000, a half a million, yeah, they caught up in some shit. DJ Envy and his boy. I don't know how it's gonna play out, man. But a lot of those real estate flip schemes, a lot of that shit garbage, man. Especially when you can do it yourself. If you got 200,000 to give somebody, you got 200,000 to invest on your own. And that's just the reality of it. Why would you give somebody, and some of this shit I gotta blame the people that give them the money. I'm like, dog, if you got an extra 200,000, you can go to Baltimore and get you about 6, 7 row homes. This is real talk. Now that might be in the ghetto, but that's all they doing is flipping these houses in the hood. You get them renovated and you flip. You know what I'm saying? Or you rent out some rooms or something. If you got 200,000, shit, give it to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll invest it for you. Give me 200,000 and I'll get you some things, man. So I gotta kind of blame some of these people too, man. You know what I'm saying? You giving these people your money like that. So the power of celebrity, man, you know what I'm saying? They're going right into your pockets. You got Beyonce charging outrageous prices for her concert tickets. It's like we do anything for celebrities, bro. The power of celebrity is for real. You don't even have to have a real estate background. If you stand next to a celebrity and they co-sign you, boom. So you gotta be careful with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So DJ Envy might be finished, man. Ain't nobody else gonna trust him after that. Truth be told, to invest in Patterson, New Jersey. Patterson is the slums. That's what they selling, bro. All of that shit is a Ponzi pyramid scheme. It's like Bitcoin. Nigga, you know how many people I knew got fucked over on that Bitcoin shit? Like real talk. I'm talking about in real life. That shit is a Ponzi scheme. They're gonna rob Peter to pay Paul. So if you at the top, you might can get some bread, but everybody at the bottom, you gotta keep feeding that machine and feeding that machine. And you're never really gonna get a payout. It's like a lot of these YouTube niggas, man, they keep talking about Bitcoin. Don't know shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that shit be pyramid Ponzi scheme type of shits, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people that got fucked over dealing with the wrong people with that Bitcoin shit, man. And everybody want to be the first to the new thing. It's like, nah, sometimes you got to sit back and watch how things play out. I'm talking about real money, 10, 15 grand people be giving these motherfuckers, man. And everybody going to pray. They going to prey on the people in the hood. A lot of people that don't know any better. People that's not financially literate. It is what it is, bro. A lot of people got to learn their lesson the hard way, you dig? But what else? What else is going on in these streets, man? What else is popping in these streets, man? I heard some story about some cheesecake girl, man. What's going on with that, man? Some girl went to the cheesecake factory and ate all the food. What happened? Somebody, somebody run it back for me. Somebody went to the cheesecake factory and ate all the food. Said Jada finished. Jada highly finished. '48 oyster girl from Atlanta. I think I seen a few things, but I didn't really get too deep into it. So what happened? The girl ate 48 oysters? That's what happened? the Cheesecake Factory thing was a skit. Oh, what's going on, Xanatos? Oh, it was a skit. What up? What up? So, like, let me get this straight. The girl went to the restaurant and ate 48 oysters? Like 48 of them? Or was that a skit? And is the cheesecake thing, I don't understand. I've been trying to figure it out. Like I say, I seen a few things, a few little things, but nothing that gave me any detail was going on. Cheesecake Factory girl was too high class for the restaurant, and her date left her. Oh, see, I need to go back and do my research on what happened, man. That way I can give a real point of view on it. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what's going on. And then you got somebody saying the oyster girl. The girl ate 48 oysters. Was she fat? Was she a big girl? What's going on with the 48 oysters? Was she heavy set? Or was that a skit? I don't know, man. I don't know. Both videos look like skits. I wouldn't be surprised. People trying to go viral. I wouldn't be surprised. But hey, I'm like, I don't know too many people that can sit there and eat 48 oysters. I mean, and I love oysters, right? Like, I love oysters. The most I can eat is like 2 dozen. It's this spot in New Orleans, man. I'm trying to tell you. Soon as you make that left turn, you coming down Canal Street and you turn on Bourbon, it's a restaurant right there on the left-hand side. It's I forgot the name. Dog, they got some barbecue oysters. I swear to God. Every time I go to New Orleans, I go to that restaurant. And I can sit there and eat about 2 dozen of them shits, man. I ain't capping. By myself. They barbecue oysters, bruh. Barbecue oysters. I'm telling you, next time y'all go to New Orleans, whenever y'all go, Essence Festival, whatever, I promise you, bruh, go to that restaurant. I don't have the name, but it's like, soon as you coming down Canal, you make that left turn on Bourbon. It's right there on the left hand. It's the first restaurant you're going to see. Get you some barbecue oysters. I swear to God. They to die for. I'll sit there and eat 2 dozen of them shits by myself. Keep them coming. Keep them shits coming. Now, 48, though, I can't eat 48. 48, that's just a lot. But I can eat about 2 dozen by myself. No cap. No cap. I ain't gonna cap. Cheesecake girl is with most modern women behavior is entitlement. It's all good. 48 oysters. What else is popped in these streets, man? Niggas still dying on that fentanyl? What's going on, man? What do you think about Sexy Red? That's a good topic, man. I think Sexy Red need to sit her ass down. I seen that picture when she took at the New York Jets game. She looked crazy out there, man, holding the money, you know what I mean, holding the money to her ear and shit. She need to sit her ass down somewhere, man. Like, a lot of these rapping female chicks are just too aggressive, yo. That shit kind of corny. And then they say she got a sex tape. I never seen it. I don't even want to watch it, man. I'm kind of past that bullshit, man. But Sexy Red, ain't that the girl talking about her booty hole brown? Disgusting. Yo, but ain't that the one talking about her booty hole brown? I think she pregnant. Wow. Won't be surprised. Yeah, that's her. Wow. Hey, man. I really can't get mad at the female rappers too much because Look at the behavior. A lot of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, these niggas pulling out guns on Instagram, shooting each other. Excuse me. The whole hip hop community need to be cleaned up a little bit, man. There's no institutional control. They doing whatever they want. Yeah, Shorty talking about her booty hole brown. I'm like, wow. They be playing that shit on the radio. But what else? What else is going on in these streets, man? You know what I'm saying? We talked about Jada. We talked about DJ Envy. I finally seen that Tyrese interview. I was watching it this morning actually when he was on the Breakfast Club, and that nigga DJ Envy said I wanted to box his mouth. I was like, first I said pause, and then I thought it was funny. I was like, yo, DJ Envy been getting a little gangster lately. Like, anybody ever noticed DJ Envy been kind of, you know, he been on his gangster shit. That nigga said, I should have boxed your mouth. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Envy don't even usually talk like that. But I think Tyrese is an emotional wreck. So I guess you got to talk to Tyrese like that. Tyrese a little crazy. So you probably got to box his mouth a little bit. Kind of think about it. Yeah, I probably would have told Tyrese the same thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know if I would have said box your mouth, but I seen that shit this morning. Like, what the fuck? You told this nigga I should have boxed your mouth. Tyrese is crazy, man. He started getting that Transformer money and bugged out. I told you, man, Hollywood, man, they make you do some strange things for a little bit of change, man. Hollywood is crazy. Every, like, girl that I ever met from Cali is crazy, man. Them California girls is wild, man. They do a little bit of Pilates and drink some Perrier. Them bitches get to tripping, yo. You know what I'm saying? All of them Reiki, you know what I mean, practitioners and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, you bitches wild in Cali, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you get to California, man, you get a little bugged out. You know what I'm saying? You just bug out. I'm going to call Cali bug out, even though the weather is like perfect, but that's like bug out season in Cali. I'm like, yo, you bitches start drinking Perrier and get some sushi. Now y'all want to act wild. You know what I'm saying? So you could throw Tyrese's name in a bunch, man. Ludacris need to pull Tyrese to the side and do some Fast and the Furious. Real talk, man. Like, Cali wild, man. So you got guys like Tyrese. What he from, Watts? He another Cali dude. Highly emotional. You know, can't keep a wife, can't keep a relationship. Now he's suing Home Depot. Wasn't Tyrese the one on the Instagram? Like, what do you want from me? I'm like, this guy is crazy. So when DJ Envy said he was gonna box his mouth, I was like, yo, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Tyrese is wild like that. He's an ill dude. So you kind of gotta threaten him a little bit. What do you want from me? This nigga Tyrese called Jada Pinkett singing Tupac lyrics. I'm like, yo, this guy's wild, man. Tyrese is stealing his baby boy. Tyrese is wild, man. You get out to Cali and you bug out. You bug out in Cali, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be real with you. You get out to California and you bug the fuck out. Like a lot of them, yo. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's something in the air out there, yo. Look at the Kardashians and shit. It's an energy in Cali that making these people act wild, man. They bugging. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, man. But I'm trying to tell you, man, a lot of these motherfuckers from California is crazy. It might be the smog in the air. Something crazy out there, man. It's a beautiful state. I love Cali, man. I love the weather's perfect, but yo, those people crazy, man. I seen Tyrese's ex-wife. She better than Envy wife. All BS aside. How was Stretch City? Stretch City Gucci, man. Stretch City Gucci. Stretch City Gucci, man. We turning up, man. I made it past year one. Year one in business was a motherfucker, man. I feel like Tyrese, man. I'm be honest, yo. That's why I don't listen to a lot of these niggas online when they talking about business. They don't know shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Business ain't that easy, man. When you really out here and you know what I'm saying, you trying to bust your 1-2 moves and shit. I got hit in the mouth about 4 or 5 times, man, where I had to pick myself back up and shit, man. Business a motherfucker. Um, and it's not the hardest thing in the world, but boy, you know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot. It comes with a lot emotionally. It comes with a lot mentally and shit. Um, Real talk, it did. It comes with a lot. I be getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Writing out my plays and shit. Business comes with a lot, man. You know, a lot of money been wasted, a lot of money been made. But you know, we keep it pushing, man. So if you ask me, man, if you can make it past your first year in business, you a strong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, man. You're a strong motherfucker. If you can make it past your first year, I'm talking about full time, you all in. If you can make it past your first year, because everything gonna happen. It's just something. It's like an energy in business where everything's supposed to go wrong. Business is supposed to expose your weaknesses. It's gonna expose who you are. Everything gonna go wrong, and you got to fix it. And that's what being an entrepreneur is. Just waking up every day and fixing another goddamn problem. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. I never realized why CEOs of like Fortune 500 companies will make like 40, 50 million a year because they solve a lot of goddamn problems. A lot of decisions you got to make. You got to be a good decision maker. You know what I'm saying? So again, yeah, especially when you're getting started. When you first get started in business, you just hustling. Ain't a lot of strategic thought. You just hustling, trying to just bust your moves. You trying to boogie, right? And then as you develop, because you got to give yourself space to develop. As you develop over time, you can move with some kind of strategic thought. But you just hustling at first, man. So that shit ain't easy, man. So I salute anybody that's an entrepreneur. It don't matter what you're doing. Because, man, this year, I don't know if y'all see the gray hairs. I ain't had no gray hairs last year. I ain't had no grays. I got a few more gray hairs, man. Firing motherfuckers. I can't keep no workers for shit. So I'm a bad leader. I can't blame them, even though they pieces of shit. I can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I just hired some new people. Let's see if they make it. So I got to work on my leadership. You know what I'm saying? You know, once you sit in this chair, you got to take everything that come with it, bruh. So, you know, it's my fault that I hired pieces of shit. My parents are business owners, and their first couple of years were tough, but it paid off. No doubt, man. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of ups too, but the downs were downs. Like, down, boy. I made a lot of big mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes trusting the wrong people. You know, business is business, man. It always unfolds. It's never a destination. Like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow with another problem to solve and shit. Dealing with customers, nigga. I done had it out in the parking lot with customers and shit. Nah, it's real in the field, bruh. So, you know, I probably need a vacation. I'd have been, you named it, man. Nigga, I done been in the parking lot about to get into it with these motherfuckers, man. So, but anyway, not to spend so much time on the negative sides of it, you know, it's very empowering. If you can make it past your first year in business, I think you'll be straight. You're a strong motherfucker. And it's only going to build you up to go even further. That first year, everything that could possibly go wrong, going to go wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got my little loyalty cards and shit. You know what I'm saying? You come 5 times, you get your 6th one on us. You dig? I got my little notebook where I journal. Like, I'm a real businessman and shit, man. I be doing business lunches and shit. So, you know, you got to make people respect your time, too. You got to make people respect you, man. What Birdman say? Put some respect on your name. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. I got my little work tablet and shit. Like, yo, I be bugging out, nigga. I be doing lunch, business meetings at Papa Do's and shit. I be wilding the fuck out, son. And some of this shit on me, cause y'all know I'm an ill nigga. Like, I'm just not. I don't. Sometimes I do things very unconventionally, and I got my reasons. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give y'all some game before I get up out of here. Let me give y'all some game. When I opened up Stretch City, obviously I did my market research before I opened up, right? And I didn't really want to do what everybody else was doing. You know, the traditional wellness companies. It's kind of boring. It's not my style. I wanted to put some a little bit of sauce on it. So, you know, I had to make it kind of funky and shit. And that's what I had set out to do, man. So I did it really my way. And a lot of that shit did work. I wanted to stand out from the pack, you know, so I had to do things a little unconventionally, man. So yeah, I was doing lunch business meetings at Papa Do's. I was going to Prospect Park in the VIP. Somebody say, bro, you look healthy. I wouldn't say that, man. I lost like 10 pounds doing the stretching shit, stretching out these big girls and shit. They starting to fuck up my back and shit. You know what I'm saying? They fucking up my back. So I had the beginning of last year, I got back in the gym. The beginning of last year, I got back in the gym and I put on like a healthy, probably like 8 pounds of muscle. And I was really liking it. I was tight. But when I started Stretch City full time, I needed to be a little bit more limber. So I had to lay off the weights. But now I got to get back in the gym because the big girls, it was a big girl summer in this motherfucker. I ain't capping. And them big girls want to be stretched out. You know what I'm saying? So I be all up on that table, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the point is, I gotta get a little stronger. So I'm gonna go through a few changes within my body. I'm like, okay, I gotta get more limber and more stronger too. So we just gotta do what we gotta do, man. Ain't no excuses over here, Jones. We don't make no excuses, man. But yeah, man, a lot of big girls, man. Anytime you talking the black community, there's gonna be a lot of big girls that come out. So the motherfuckers get kind of heavy and shit. And that's just the reality. Them motherfuckers get kind of heavy. Um, you know, anytime you talking like over 300, yeah, they get kind of heavy. And not just like big people heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? You got smaller people that be heavy as shit too. So, you know, you lifting somebody for, 60 minutes, 45 minutes at a time. It take a little toll on your body. So we about to get in this gym heavy. Um, but I'm about to change the whole workout. We still gonna hit the weights a little bit to get stronger, but it's gonna be a lot more mobility in there because I gotta keep my endurance. And that's why I got off the weights so I can have my endurance to be able to go all day. I work 6 days a week, early in the morning to late at night. So again, I gotta keep my endurance up. I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm moving at 60 miles per hour some days. I'm just flowing. So I gotta find a way to do both. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta switch up my whole workout routine and get my endurance good along with the strength. After that, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because if I go down, the whole ship go down. So I gotta keep my body tight too. You dig? But yeah, man, heavy bag work, no doubt. But yeah, man, it was a big girl summer, man. I was very shocked that all these big girls wanted to be stretched and shit. I was like, God damn. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get them right. I just wish I can charge them like the airplane where you gotta make them buy 2 seats and shit. Cause you can't charge them by the pound. So that's another problem I gotta solve. Um, because it takes a lot to, what I mean, stretch out some of the bigger girls, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot out you. So you got to be compensated for that. You did. But my whole point about it is unconventional, right? So in business or just life in general, sometimes you got to take the side door. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of unconventional things. I took a lot of risk. A lot of that shit worked. Some of that shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Boogie said, baby girl, I got to charge you by the pound. I ain't lying, man. Some of these motherfuckers, man, you kind of want to charge them by the pound because, especially when they big and mean. Now, if they big and nice, but if they come in big and mean and shit, That'd be a lot, man. That'd be some long days. I call this the trap. I be in this bitch trapping. Nigga, this summer was so hot in Houston, nigga. I was in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Mike V? Yo, this summer, it was like the hottest summer in Houston in like fucking 30 years. I had an AC issue. That bitch was puttering. I was in here drenched in sweat. I mean, that's why I call it the trap. I'm talking about I'm up and down on these tables, bro. Um, I put in a lot of work last year, bro. I put in a lot of work. So the hard work is paying off, man. So now, um, lay off us Cali girls. Man, y'all Cali girls is crazy, man. Y'all drink a little Perrier and eat an oyster or two, man. Now y'all be bugging the fuck out and shit, acting like Tyrese and shit. I can't even fuck with no more Cali girls, man. Cali wild, man. I don't even want to look at no more Cali girls and shit. But yeah, man. Um, what was I saying? I was talking about the big girls and shit. Yeah, like the big girls, man. Yeah, it was a big girl summer, man. They came out. They came out, man. So put in a lot of work, man. Um, business ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start from nothing, start from scratch. All I had was my table, and I grinded this shit out, bro. I'm talking about I went underground. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, there wasn't no more self-improvement summit. Like I had to lock in, um, and like really get it. Especially in those first like 6 months of this shit, man. Like I really had to get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't capping, man. Talking about no sleep. I'm talking about grinding like a madman. Just to make a small name for myself and shit, man. So it took a lot. And then me being a heterosexual black male, working with a lot of women, you gotta fight past that stigma. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm not trying to sleep with y'all girls. Like, I'm running a business. I'm running an operation. I pay taxes. I pay a lot of fucking taxes and shit. You better have your American Express, you know what I'm saying, on point. Um, real talk. Like, nah. We not doing homeboy management, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't do homeboy management, man. Like, my whole thing from the beginning was to be a professional. Now I'm gonna do it my way. My professionalism may not look like my granddaddy's, but I'm a professional. Money over pussy. I mean, look, you can't mix business with pleasure, nigga. You take one lawsuit, your business is over. Like imagine one woman saying, "Oh, he touched me inappropriate." 97% of my clients are women. I haven't got one complaint in my life because, I'm not on it like that. And you ain't really thinking about it. Even though some of them look good, I'm be honest, a lot of them look good. But you're not thinking about it like that. I'm thinking about other shit. You don't sit around and flirt with them. You make sure that American Express card work. Um, and you doing business. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around, get a lawsuit or some shit, man, or get a bad reputation, nigga, you finish. It's over with. Grand opening, grand closing. So I actually got an interview with this Negro. I got a Negro male that I got to get trained up. I don't know if he going to make it. Typically, I hire women because I work with women. So I like women around me to protect me. But because we get the big girls, I need some more strength. So I got this dude, I got to get him trained up. But with the Negro, you know how it is. You can't really bring him around real business around women. So I got to keep my eye on the Negro. Negro male, I had you out of business. So, but I'm going to give this nigga a chance. And he on a short leash, though. Because you never really know. A nigga see women. You're like, oh, shit, this shit look easy, even though it's not. You know what I'm saying? Nigga fuck up your whole operation. So I'm all about giving opportunities. But, again, I would rather hire a black male than a white male, truth be told. Well, no. Let me take that back. Rewind. I would hire the best person for the position, but in my heart of hearts, I would rather give the black male the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because I know shit real. Nobody gave me an opportunity. Nobody helped me out. I didn't have no mentors when I opened up Stretch City. Nigga, I had to build this shit by making a bunch of mistakes, nigga. And the only dudes that really helped me out fucked me over. I gotta be honest. So I don't want to be that guy that open up the door and close it behind me. But it's like, bruh, you know what we dealing with. You know what's going on. We gotta fly straight, nigga. We gotta fly straight, nigga. We cannot fuck around. Now, if you want to holler at Shorty in the parking lot, that's on you. But anytime we come through these doors, nigga, we professionals. That's the only thing I ask. I'm like, if y'all want to hit each other up on Instagram, it got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Because again, nigga, I'm like 80 grand in, nigga. I'm like 80,000 in, nigga. I ain't rich. I ain't got nothing else, nigga. I bet the crib on this shit. I'm on track. I'm on track this year to do over 200. I'm not saying that I'm going to do over 200. I'm saying in year 2, if my numbers stay the same, I'm on track to do over 200. So let's just say I do 150. Let's say I do 140, 150. All right, cool. I might, you're going to take a bunch of L's. You're going to take a bunch of losses and shit. But let's say I do 150. In year 2 in business, I'm Gucci because I know it's only going to go up. And if I do hit that 200, then shit, God is good. I don't expect to do 200. I expect to do around 160, 150, 160, something like that. Yeah, year 2. So it should take time, bro. You know what I'm saying? It should take time. It takes time to build a reputable business. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So I'm not even tripping on the bread. That shit gonna come. I just want a good reputation. I want a good foundation. And you build on top of that. And whatever else come with it, man, that shit come with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, talking about a nigga working his ass off, bro. I worked my ass off last year, man, to get where I'm at. And I try not to be bitter. A lot of people shitted on me, bro. And that's the reality. You gonna go through that. A lot of people fucked me over and shitted on me. And I feel some type of way. So I wake up every day and I gotta forgive motherfuckers, because you ever been so mad you want to cry? Like, you don't want to cry because you want to cry. You so frustrated, you got tears coming down your eyes. So I had a lot of days like that, right? Where I was so frustrated because I came with good intentions. I never did something more sincere in my life. This in a self-improvement summit. And I'm like, yo, why y'all gonna fuck me over? And now those same people calling. Now those same people asking for shit. Now I'm a dickhead. I'm an asshole. They say I'm acting funny. I'm Hollywood now. It's like, nah, motherfucker. Y'all ain't helped me out in the beginning. And I ain't asked for nothing. But y'all, a lot of people could have made it easy. A lot of local businesses, a lot of people and shit. I got fucked over so many times trusting the wrong people that I had to overcome all that shit. So now I'm like, fuck it. It was the best thing that happened because it made me grind harder. It made my business self-sustained. So I don't need a lot of outside help. I got my social media team. I got my camera guy. Obviously, I got me. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got every ingredient to be successful. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, fuck it, I'm going to master it. So now, you master every element of business. You got to master sales. You know what I'm saying? You got to master the sales. You got to master your brand. All of these different things. Your professionalism. You got to get the infrastructure. All of this shit got to be clicking. And people are respected, man. So, I do a little business coaching too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know me, dog. I'm going to eat. I do a little business coaching for people that's trying to get in the game too. Because like I say, I don't want to be that black guy that get in and shut the door behind me. Nah, dog. Because I found the way where niggas can eat in the wellness game. You can be a heterosexual black male and get into the wellness industry and be solid. Not just personal training. I'm talking about writing books. Like, nigga, we set the standard. I'm about to start doing events. Y'all know how I do. We gonna set the standard. So again, you can get in and build a brand on this shit. Not just personal training and shit. We've been doing that since the beginning of time. What's up, boss? Appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think, as black men, we can do more than just personal training. That's easy for us. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to build the infrastructure in the wellness industry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. It's time for us to build the brands to go with the personal training. There's some brothers doing their thing, but they ain't got infrastructure. They don't have franchises. A lot of these people doing, these partnership deals with these, supplement brands. I'm talking about real infrastructure though. So I'm looking at shit a lot different that niggas can get their foot into, man. What's going on, Tony? You say, stop, C. What are you doing? I'm trying to give some game to niggas, you know what I'm saying? To really open up the Negro's mind, because I see a lot of places where niggas can eat. It's like, bruh, I'm seeing these places, right? I'm seeing these little grooves where niggas can get in and eat with little to no startup money. All you got to do is have some discipline and a work ethic. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is have a little bit of discipline and a fucking work ethic. A lot of niggas can get on. You know what I'm saying? But again, that discipline word is a motherfucker. So I'm seeing different ways where a lot of niggas can get out here and eat. Black man, we good with our hands. We got to get back to working this shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? These Mexicans done got lazy in Texas. What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Black man, we used to work with our hands and shit. Y'all seen Denzel in Fences? It took that nigga 30 years to build a fence. But this is what we do. Black man don't want to work with his hands. We want to be podcasters and shit. I'm like, damn. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, black man, we got to get back to working with our hands. This is our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Every black man should go get a fucking manicure today, because you're going to work with your hands. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing little ways where niggas can eat too. But, a lot of this shit, niggas just be overthinking too. A lot of niggas be overthinking this shit. Podcasting killed the black man. In some ways it did. In some ways it did. In some ways it did. In some ways we got off the path that had us successful as black men, working with our hands and shit. That's how you get your foot in the door. But Kevin Samuels fucked up a lot of niggas, man. Let's be honest with you. Kevin fucked up a lot of niggas, man. Kevin Samuels really, he worked this play. A lot of that shit, he was the right guy at the right place at the right time. If you want to call it luck, there's a lot of luck involved. The average at best girl, all the stars lined up for Kevin. And the nigga just blew. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's 1 in a million. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? The nigga was the right guy at the right place at the right time with the right girl on his show. Like, you know how much shit got to be lined up for that shit to go that smooth? And then the nigga went viral. Going viral is probably worth a lot more than money if you know how to monetize. And Kevin monetized before he passed away and shit. It's a lot of luck in that shit. You did? This is my personal opinion. It's a lot of luck. You got to give a nigga credit for being there. But like I say, all the stars lined up. If the average at best girl didn't come on, we don't know where Kevin would be. We don't. I still think he would have been moderately successful, but we're not talking about 1 million, 2 million subscribers and all that. I don't think so. That nigga went viral. Everybody was talking about Kevin for like 2 months straight. We talking about probably, if we had to put it in money value, maybe $2-3 million worth of press. Maybe even more. We talking about maybe $2-3 million. If you want to put that shit into a dollar form. Niggas ain't got that kind of bread. That nigga got lucky as a motherfucker. Right man, right time, right show, right girl. Boom. Nigga went viral. It was over. That nigga never looked back. So, but that's not the bread and butter of the black man. Bread and butter of black man work without hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? A nigga can always fall back on doing some HVAC. You know what I'm saying? Nigga always fall back on being an electrician. You always fall back on being a truck driver and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the bread and butter. You can't go wrong. You always gonna have business. Nigga, you good with your hands, you always gonna have some kind of business. If your hands is nice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas ain't even real good with business, but they hands so nice that they always in demand. Your hands is nice. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels made the black man sassy. I think the Negro was already sassy before Kevin. Honestly. Before Kevin got big, the niggas was already kind of sassy and shit. A lot of Negroes was already going down that path. Yo, did Cynthia G YouTube channel get demonetized? I haven't seen. You know, I've been away a little bit. Somebody put me deep. What's going on with Cynthia, man? What's going on with Cynthia G, man? Somebody let me know. Somebody tell Cynthia G C Boogie said what up. tell her I said hello. Somebody let me know, man. Did her channel get demonetized? That's what I heard. That's word on the street, man. Though the street's gonna talk. She got demonetized for hate speech. See? Her stupid ass, man. Motherfuckers don't listen. Cynthia G was making good money. She got carried away in that bullshit. She's making good money. They stopped her bag. Of course they stopped her fucking bag. Anyway, I just wanted to know. I thought it was a rumor. Nah. I thought that was the rumor report. Oh, it's true. Her shit got demonetized. See? That's the thing about YouTube, man. It took me a whole year to get my channel back, remember? Y'all remember when this channel got taken down. I lost all my Patreons. I was done with YouTube after that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? If I had to take a guess, Cynthia G was probably making about between 20, 25,000 a month. At least. If I had to take a guess. At least. She was a content machine. And for them to demonetize, come on, bro. But see, when you get carried away, you get caught up in that character and shit. It is what it is. A lot of motherfuckers didn't do well on YouTube, man. They had pockets of success. A lot of motherfuckers ain't fared too well with that shit. Either niggas died or demonetized and shit. A lot of motherfuckers ain't really, it is what it is. They can snatch your shit at any given time if you say the wrong thing. I lost my whole channel for a year. I went through a lot. And that's another thing. If y'all know anybody that need their channel back, I can help you. It's going to cost. Because it cost me. It cost me a lot of money to get my channel back. I told Cynthia earlier this year to stop talking about elk men. That's on her. What else? What else is Cynthia G going to talk about? Business? What's she going to talk about? What's she going to talk about? Civil rights? Bitcoin? She got nothing else to speak about. That's her niche. And it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. She found her niche. I'm like, fuck it. But you got to understand what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You asking YouTube to demonetize you and fuck you over. You can put in all that work and then boom, they come back and take it. I don't even know why they took my channel down. I probably was just cussing too much. Talking about the Negro now. And it took me a whole year. I went through a lot to get my shit back, bro. I don't even remember all of the steps, man. I went through a lot, and they finally gave it back. I finally got that email. I was like, oh, shit. I was, like, done with it. Because I put in so much work on this channel. I lost, like, over 100 and something Patreons. I was over it. But I got that bitch back. I never gave up. It took me a whole year, bro. A whole year, bro. So if y'all know anybody that need their channel back, send me an email. and I can hook them up with some people that know people. It took a lot to get my shit back. I don't know about the new YouTube guidelines. It might be a little bit more stringent. It might be a little bit more strict. But they don't play, bro. After that, I was done. They had already demonetized me, and then they just took it down one day. I don't know if somebody put a strike on my page or what happened. So I know that feeling, and I didn't have that many followers, and I didn't make that much money. But I know if you making that kind of money, that's enough to make you want to cry, bro. Honestly, Kevin Samuels was going to get demonetized, like for real. If he was still alive, his channel was going to get demonetized if he didn't clean it up. You know what I'm saying? He was going to get demonetized. So again, it's just how it is, man. But I thought that was a rumor, man. Cynthia G channel got demonetized. Wow. Anyway, was browsing your channel yesterday. Had a feeling you would be active again. I'm just here shooting the breeze, man. I really don't have too much to say about a lot. You know, I really don't. I just got a little bit to say about a little bit, but I don't have a lot to say about a lot these days. You dig? I'm looking at the world a little bit different. Really, man, I want peace, right? I want to talk about that for a minute. I really want peace above anything. You know, peace. When I first opened up Stretch City, I had a bunch of weirdos from YouTube calling like my work line and shit. I had to like back up from YouTube. I'm like, all right, now y'all interfering with my real life. So you get to a point in life where peace overrides everything, man, where you craving peace. I guess as we get older, man, that shit is worth a lot. And you'll do anything for your peace, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I keep one ear to the street because, you know, you got to be on point, but my peace. I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. I just been kind of staying out the way, trying to blend in and shit. That's it. I ain't trying to make too much noise, man. That's it, man. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I ain't trying to get into all of that, man. Ah, fuck. Real talk. I think everybody just reached that age and reached that point where peace is real important. Other than deaths of Kevin, David, Allen, and Sinful to Peace. Damn, man. Y'all got a long list of niggas that passed away. Rest in peace. I don't think YouTube is good for a lot of people long-term health, as we can see. It brings a lot of stress, man. I know a lot of people won't say that. YouTube bring a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell y'all a story, man. I'm going to tell y'all a real story, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember one day Cynthia G called me for advice. It's a true story, straight from the boogeyman. I gotta release this story. I never told it. This is an exclusive, and she'll tell you. I remember one day, man, Cynthia G called me crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have nobody else to run to, so she came to a real nigga, as she should have. I'm a real nigga, so I picked up the phone. You know what I'm saying? She called me crying because she was stressed out. You know what I mean? I gave her some advice, but I was like, shit, this how you get your bread. It ain't like you gonna go get a real job. Ain't nobody gonna fucking hire you. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? She got tired of this shit. She lives in a prison. But a lot of people don't know that. See, this coming from the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a real nigga and shit. So she called me and shit. I picked up. That's how it is, though. You know? How it is. You dig? She ain't had nobody else to turn to. This shit bad for your health, bruh. I'm giving y'all the exclusive, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to Cynthia G in years, but I remember she called me up, man. She hit me up behind the scenes because it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot, man. And she was stressed. She was literally crying and shit. Crying like a baby. Like a baby. Niggas fucking with her. You know what I mean? Playing with her and shit. She kind of feared for her safety a little bit. Like, real talk. I'm like, man, you kind of in too deep with this YouTube shit. You better buy a gun. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this shit ain't really good for your health all the time, man. But, you know. True story, man. Y'all know I don't cap, man. True story, man. True story. True story. I guess she seen my battles going back and forth with niggas and been like, oh, he can relate. But yeah. So when I heard she got her channel demonetized, I was like, I seen it coming. Like, clearly it's going to happen. You know, there's no other way. You talking big shit. So YouTube ain't good for everybody's health. It bring a lot of stress, bro. And sometimes you got to put that shit down. You get burnt out. I hit burn out a couple times. You making content, you know, you burn out. What do I think about Andrew Tate? I'm over it. I don't really think much about Andrew Tate. I'm over it. I don't think too many black men should be on his radar anyway. He rolling a little bit different. So I never put no stock into Andrew Tate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Andrew Tate has a message for the everyday black man. So, you know what I mean? Talking about niggas that work with their hands and shit. I don't think Andrew Tate has a message for the everyday black man. He don't. You know, maybe you can take a few things and draw a parallel to your life, but I don't think he got a solid message. So I never really got into Andrew Tate. I had trolls posting my address on Craigslist. Wow. I'm telling you, man, YouTube is crazy, man. There's a lot of crazy people, man. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to back up sometimes, too. It start to really creep into your personal life. You excited for the NBA? I like to watch the finals of the playoffs. With the regular season, I don't be locked in like that. I don't be locked in like that. But when be the future? Big tall dude, huh? What else we talking about, Jones? What else we on out here, man? Yeah, man, just getting your mind right, man. Just keeping some clarity, man. Seeking some peace, man. That should be way more important sometimes than money, man. Peace. That should be important, bro. That should be important. I'm trying to tell you. Peace. Shout out to everybody, man. Seeking peace, man. Real talk. So, if I ain't say nothing this whole time, man, you gotta get some peace in your life. What about Charleston White? I think he's funny. He's pretty funny. I seen this stuff. He's pretty funny. Real life proves to be infinitely better. Good point. What you think about blue collar? I don't know what you mean. Boogie, can you still get 91 people in the building? Of course. Had to rent my second beer room out. Rent is crazy out here, but it's a business move. You got to do what you got to do. Boogie always kept it 100 and never fed people a false reality. I mean, reality is reality, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas be dealing with everyday shit. They be on our mind and shit, too. So, you know, there's not a lot of places that we can go as men and get like a safe place. I'm not talking about the testosterone filled alpha male shit all the time. Sometimes you got to release and unload, too. You got to be able to let it go. You can't really do that in certain rooms because it's too much competition. You know what I'm saying? It's too much competition. It's too much alpha male energy. All of that shit, it does get toxic, man. And that's where the toxic masculinity comes in, when you can't be honest with yourself. Because you got to embrace a little bit of your feminine energy too when you get into the forgiveness and other parts of yourself to just let go. Because if it's left to us men, we'll either work ourselves to death or we'll internalize things or we'll keep pushing it to the side until we pass out and die. That's not always healthy either. So that's where the masculinity gets toxic when you don't have a safe place. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to really see the world from a different lens that's very calcified and hardened. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to that point, it's very hard to open that stuff up, man. So as men, we gotta be a lot better with our manhood too. Um, we don't always have to be so prickly as men. You know what I mean? That's something that we all gotta deal with as men. I don't think a lot of us had the proper examples. It's just my personal opinion. I don't think a lot of us really seen, a lot of real men in action. You don't always have to be aggressive or prickly or, you know, uh, very bristle, but that's what happens to us, man. But it's just not good for your health because you start to carry all that shit on the inside, you know. So that's what a woman is for in your life. That's what a woman's supposed to bring, that peace. She ain't supposed to eat 48 oysters. She's supposed to bring a level of peace, you know what I mean? But when a woman ain't peaceful, you have a major imbalance and shit. And that's really what you got. You got a major imbalance within the energies. You're going to have a Will Smith Jada situation. You're going to have a 48 oyster situation. You did. You got to find that balance. I think once you find that balance, man, that's when a harmony comes in. And that's where the peace automatically comes in. You know what I mean? The peace going to find you because you got all the ingredients together to have it. You did. But when shit ain't in harmony, when shit is out of order, you know what I mean? Nah. When the men can't be in a healthy masculinity, when the women are in that toxic femininity, you're going to have a combustible situation altogether. Ain't none of that shit going to work. You did? It ain't supposed to work like that. That's not harmony right there. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't have all the answers, but, one thing we got to work on as men is our masculinity. I don't think guys like Andrew Tate really helps with that. You know what I'm saying? That shit can get toxic. You know what I'm saying? I love to compete, but you can't live every day like a competition. Um, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could, but I don't think that's really good for your health all the time. You need that safe space to let go. You need these safe pockets to let go. To be present to, you need all of these things for your survival too. So, you know, I don't think guys like Andrew Tate, are really good for that perspective where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be a character, you want to be a superhero or some shit, then yeah, you would want to be like Andrew Tate. You want to be a character of yourself. What you think about the blue collar? I don't think I ever heard of it. Oh, fuck. But yeah, that's it, man. Can you explain that Travis Kelsey Taylor Swift post you put up? Oh yeah, that's something that I can talk about before I leave. When I put up on my Instagram about Travis Kelsey, now they said that Travis Kelsey ex girlfriend, black girl he was dating, he made her pay half the bills. And he ain't giving no bread while they was dating. They was dating for a minute, a few years. Next thing you know, Travis Kelsey was dating Taylor Swift for like 3 weeks now. And he mad protective. That was what the post was and shit. Like he feels so protective. I'm like, I bet you he ain't making Taylor Swift pay half the bills. You know what I'm saying? So I was basically saying that a lot of women don't know their value in a man's eyes. And they too delusional to see the signs. Had the girl seen the signs that, all right, this guy's an NFL player, he's a multi-millionaire, but he's still making me pay half the bills. He don't give a fuck about me. And now he's with Taylor Swift. He got a whole new attitude. I'm talking about Travis Kelce. So again, that's where I was coming from and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, these women so delusional. You know what I mean? It's so desperate a lot of times that they'll be with a nigga for 3, 4, 5 years. This nigga's a multi-millionaire. You still gotta pay half the bills, and you ain't even got that kind of money. Now the nigga that moved on to a woman that he see with higher value. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not mad at Travis. He did what he got to do because he didn't really value the girl like that. When a man values a woman, it ain't nothing he won't do. When a man truly values a woman, he'll sit there and lay down his life for his woman. But Travis Kelce really didn't value her like that. You know what I mean? She was just an accessory, so to speak. So that's how she got treated. She got treated like an accessory. So that's where I was coming from when I put up that post. You know, ain't nothing deep with it. I just thought it was kind of ill to me though. Like, damn, this nigga's a multi-millionaire Super Bowl champion, and you with him, you gotta pay half the bills just to be with him. You don't have no value in that man's eyes. But look how he treating Taylor Swift. The proof's in the pudding. I ain't gotta say too much about it. It's right there in your face, shorty. Shorty do what? And then what's gonna happen is she gonna get with the next guy and like overdo it on him and make the next guy pay for every single thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Was she bringing value to him? Probably not. Probably not. Some women is just an accessory for a man. That's all they bring to the table. Honestly, Taylor Swift bring a lot to the table. I'll be honest. She bring a lot of value. So you gotta treat her as such. Taylor Swift, you can't shit on her. She bring value to the nigga's brand. So he can't get over with that shit on Taylor. It ain't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. That's the reality. You know? There's just levels to this shit. There's just levels to this shit, man. So that's all I was saying. A lot of women so delusional, they don't even see the signs. How to keep your mind intact and masculine energy if you chosen to stick with a lady like Jada. I mean, they say they not together. They say they ain't been together for 7 years. I did a live stream a long time ago, and I said, I think Will and Jada live in separate lives. And sure enough, I was right on the money. I think I did a live stream like 3 years ago where I said that. I was like, I think they live in separate lives. They can't live in the same house. There's too much fuckery going on. You know what I mean? They just probably old school. You know, like a lot of old school grandparents, you know, that slept in separate bedrooms but never got a divorce. I don't know why they ain't get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But it's really none of my business, though. Maybe Will Smith ain't got no prenup. Who knows? But Will Smith a different kind of cat. Like Will Smith, you know, he's not a real overly masculine, aggressive type motherfucker anyway. So Will Smith a different kind of dude and shit. But let me get up out of here, y'all. Y'all about to bring me out of retirement, man. I only have a little bit to say about a little bit, though. I have a little bit to say about a little bit. Not a lot. I don't have a lot to say, man, but I'm going to start chopping it up every now and then. Jada done clipped his balls. Yeah, Will crazy, man. But yeah, so every now and then, man, I might try to jump on here at least once a week, man. I only have a little bit to say, but y'all be cool, man. Let me get some work done. Peace.